I'm sorry.
No, I've deleted the entire thing. I deleted the entire first 5 minutes of the episode.
I'm sorry.
Guys.
I'm trying to be sensitive.
Okay. Yeah. Well, some of us don't even have to try to be sensitive. Some of us were born that way, and we're empathetic, and we empathize with other people, and we don't just think about ourselves.
And those people are named Ashley.
Yeah. No, they're not. They're named me. Hey, welcome to Sensitive Town, Population 1. His name's Barnton Beefwell, and he cares about you, and he loves you. And there's one person who's standing on the outskirts of town looking in, pretending like she cares, pretending like she's not sitting high and mighty in her ivory tower, talking about all of us like we matter when we don't. Anyway, guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. When we started the first take, you said, we don't have that kind of time. And then we recorded for 5 minutes, 5 precious minutes, and you made me delete it. Guys, and here's the thing. We don't have the storage capabilities for you guys to get those in the deep cuts, not even for our Patreon subscribers, of whom there are many. So it's lost to the ether, to the annals of time. Hey, guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
Wow. I'm not sure where to go from here.
Yeah.
Other than
the Ashley Engle story.
The title of my memoir. Hi, guys. I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Welcome to the show. Happy.
It's always funny when we call it the show. Like anyone.
Welcome to the program.
Welcome to the big show. Like we're Ed Sullivan and we're about to have the Beatles out.
Hey, look. Name the title of what you're doing for the job that you want, not for what you have.
That's what they say. That's the saying.
So dumb. Anyway, happy National Dress Day. I see that you came to celebrate in your frilliest frock.
No, I did not.
Okay, happy National Oreo Cookie Day.
Yes.
You came ready to party.
I came ready to party because I like to keep sleeves on sleeves on sleeves. I have a Batman-style utility belt with sleeves of Oreos wrapped all around my
like those coin dispensers.
Bodice, yes.
Ka-king.
But instead of coins, it's Oreo cookies.
It's cookies.
Cookies.
And also, happy National White Chocolate Cheesecake Day.
You know who likes a cheesecake?
Harry B.
Loves the cheesecake.
Jeff Engle does as well.
To the point that Mom has a friend. Which friend was it that would keep a cheesecake in the freezer just in case the Birdwell stopped by because she wanted to be a good hostess?
I don't know, but that's very kind.
It's incredibly kind.
Yeah.
It's I don't do that for any of my friends.
I don't keep cheesecakes on hand for anybody.
That's something that I would never think to do. I don't keep cheesecakes on hand for anybody.
So guys, it's all of those national days, but more importantly than that, it's Crindy Day.
Crindy Day.
March 6th, today's the day we're recording, is Crindy's birthday.
Hey!
Yeah, Crindy.
Let's all say it. Crindy. I can hear you guys. Crindy.
It should be its own national holiday.
It is.
So, Crindy, happy birthday. We love you. We're going to take you to lunch right after this recording.
We are. Can I tell you what I used to do when I was younger and I could not remember birthdays? I remember Crindy's birthday now that I'm older.
Yeah, and wiser.
Anytime I needed to remember when Mom's birthday was, I would Google Shaquille O'Neal's birthday.
Oh, they share a birthday. Birthday twins.
So, Shaq's birthday, I would Google and then I'd go, that's my mom's birthday. And I'm pretty sure Gwen Stefani.
Well, and Crindy's a big Gwen fan.
Yeah, no doubt.
She's seen her in concert. No doubt.
Right?
This is bananas.
This is BANANA. Guys, another thing. Anytime I need to spell bananas, I go B-A-N-A-N-A-S. And then I do it.
Yeah. But you leave out the curse.
No, I don't.
I never do.
I just be standing there in the grocery store dropping S's.
As I spell banana at the top of my lungs.
Standing in the spell checks, screaming the lyrics to Holla Back Girl.
So in honor of Crindy's birthday, I thought it would be fun to tell some of our favorite stories about her as we open the show. I have one here in the agenda, and it's in the agenda. Do you just want to run with that?
Gwen Stefani's birthday, thank you, producer, is October 3rd.
Oh.
That's Lindsay's birthday.
This is bananas.
Oh. Anyways, what? Go back.
The story at the top of the agenda here.
At the top of the show.
At the top of the program.
Okay.
About Crindy.
Hold on just a second. About Crindy. Okay. Where is it?
Okay, so
Wish Crindy a happy P day in honor of Crindy. Okay, favorite story. Oh, yes.
Run with it. Run with it, brother.
Guys, I was
Young.
at one point, yes. I was a very
21 years old.
21 years old, just the whole life ahead of me. No, I was a very imaginative child.
Yeah.
And at points, my imagination would get the best of me and the situation. And one time, guys, I was
the best of all of us.
I believe I was at Biffle's church,
Our grandmother's
grandmother
church.
Biffle, and we were told to make up or write a thing about our family.
I think it was on Mother's Day.
Okay.
We had visited grandma's house for Mother's Day, had gone to church with her.
Yeah.
And so the Sunday school teachers were like, "Hey kids, let's honor your mom.
Sure.
Draw a picture of her and then narrate."
And I said, let's honor your mom.
Sick burn.
Got you, volunteer Sunday school teacher who's looking at me, hating me.
Got him good.
Who's this little upstart whippersnapper from out of town?
Who's this 21-year-old?
Come to Tonkawa to raise heck? This ish is bananas. BANANAS.
Okay, so you were narrating because you were too young to write, clearly.
I'm still too young to write. Did you guys know this? Hey guys, I can't read or write.
Okay, anyway, so you would narrate and the teacher would write it out next to the picture you drew of mom. Okay.
So I forgot that detail.
Yeah. Which makes it all the better.
Incredibly better. Because this poor woman had to sit pen in hand and take dictation from me at that age. And what I said, I opened up my statement as I was going to honor my mother on Mother's Day. I said, when I was a little girl, my mother drank whiskey and didn't love the Lord. Those words from the mouths of babes.
Probably 3 years old.
I couldn't tell you, but I'll tell you what, this woman had to write it down.
And she did it.
Because I was given creative control over my story.
Obviously.
Final cut. Don't mess with my words. When I was a little girl, my mother drank whiskey and didn't love the Lord. The Brandon Birdwell story.
And what's more, they put these on a bulletin board.
And another thing about my mother drinking whiskey and not loving the Lord.
They posted them on a bulletin board in the hall.
And
so here it is, Mother's Day. Crindy's coming down the hall to collect her youngins, only to see this on the bulletin board.
Oh, what'd my baby do? What'd the babies do?
Oh, they made us a card. Where's yours, sweetie?
Happy Mother's Day to me. We got Alistair, Andrew, Brandon. Okay, Brandon. When I was a little what? That's how it went in my head. What?
That feels accurate.
And then she did a Brandon, like the McKinnon. It's like very much.
Total.
Yeah,
And then Paul apologized profusely to this woman who didn't know her. For all she knew, that could have been true stuff.
Well, for all we knew, that could have been true stuff.
Let me say this. I have taught Sunday school before, preschool Sunday school. And, kids will come up with all kind of crazy things.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I wouldn't have done is written that down word for word.
And then once I didn't write it down word for word, should I have written it down? Hung it in the hallway?
Right.
No. We would say, you know what, Brandon, we're going to put this one back in the private reserve. We're going to put this back where people got to pay extra to see it because it's art. Because this is art and expressionism.
Listen.
Yeah. Well,
it's like if a kid said that, I'd be like, oh, sweetie, I would be having this internal dialogue. Don't let the outside show what's happening on the inside. I have that dialogue with myself a lot, actually.
You don't say. And then what you do is you turn around and you let the outside see what's happening on the inside. Your eyes get to leaking.
Yeah.
And I just don't know.
The emotional turmoil. But I would have been like, okay, you know what? That is something. I tell you what, Brandon, let's think about, does your mom have any hobbies?
Yep.
Drinking whiskey and not loving the Lord?
Yep.
Okay.
Just one big one.
That's
just one big, she fills her time, fills her days with her passions, which are
whiskey and not loving the Lord.
It's really a non-passion, really. It's the not loving, the drinking,
I just cannot. And also, I think it goes without saying that neither of these things are true of
Can
Crindy.
we talk about the fact that I have never seen Crindy
Drink whiskey?
taste a whiskey?
No.
I have never seen that. And
I'll tell you
and
what,
I've seen her love the Lord.
She loves the Lord dearly.
The problem is when she gets to drinking whiskey.
She doesn't drink whiskey, kids. So that was your fun story about Crindy. One thing that came to mind.
And a fun one it was.
A really fun one it was. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Happy birthday, Crindy. You're welcome.
You're welcome, Crindy.
So here's one thing you guys should know about Crindy. And those of you who know her personally, this is apparent. Crindy is a volunteer extraordinaire.
She's great at it.
She does so many good things for people. She has always done Meals on Wheels, like mobile meals, where she delivers food to people who are like shut in at their homes. When we were children, Crindy would dress up as a clown. And she was really good at this.
And then she would sit down and drink as much whiskey as she could.
Stop it right now. Crindy is dying inside as each time you say that, because everyone knows that's not true.
Everyone.
Okay? That's what makes it funny.
We're all dying inside.
Okay. So she would dress up like a clown and she would do balloon animals with full face makeup. And then she would travel around to hospitals and visit children and make balloon. Who does that?
John Wayne Gacy.
Saint Cindy. Brandon, I'm trying to make a lovely podcast birthday for Crindy right now.
I know,
and
but
you're
here's
talking
the
about
thing.
serial killers and whiskey. Stop it.
I'm just saying, when you ask me, who else in the history of time dresses up like a clown and goes and does charity work? My initial response is John Wayne Gacy Jr. Now, did he do some other stuff?
Okay.
Did he get into some other stuff?
Okay. Anyway, Crindy used to do that, and it was a beautiful thing. And she would hold like clown academies for kids, and teach them how to do that. And she does love the Lord, and she volunteers at the church.
I'm going to stop talking about Crindy drinking whiskey and not loving the Lord. Those of you who jumped in the middle of the podcast, you're going to want
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to want to go back to when we talked about the initial story.
Crindy doesn't drink whiskey, and she dearly loves the Lord. I feel like we're going to have to say that at least every 10 minutes.
Crindy, here's the thing.
Okay.
We might just call the episode "Crindy Doesn't Drink Whiskey and Does Love the Lord." Here's the thing: it's what I said It's what I said when I was 3.
Yeah.
But just the exact opposite.
Right.
So just take that.
Just
for what
take
it's
that.
worth.
Oh my gosh. Well, Crindy, happy birthday. We love you so much. Can't wait to take you to lunch today.
It's going to be great.
Honor you for the amazing human and the amazing mother that you are.
Top notch.
We love you.
You're doing it.
You're an important part of this pod.
You're an important part. You're the part that people ask about the most, probably.
It's true.
They don't care less about our nonsense.
It's true. They fast forward to the end for your reviews.
That's the problem. They're going to start fast forward and they're going to drop right into us talking about this topic. It's going to be real confusing.
Okay.
I've been listening for 38 episodes. I'm just now finding this out about Crindy. I'm just now finding out what kind of person raised these 2 chuckleheads.
I feel duped.
No wonder their mind platters are so jacked up.
Okay.
Raised by wolves.
Okay. What you been up to this week or weekend?
It's 9 in the 9 a.m.s on a Monday, so I haven't been up to a ton. I made Ben some breakfast.
Okay. Sample grilled cheese.
I did a sample bite of grilled cheese. He's been making the grilled cheese with me lately.
Oh, nice. That's big.
We're training him up.
Yep. In the way that he should go.
We're training. Okay. We're training him up on how to cook the one thing he'll eat.
Yeah.
Which is a grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Sandwich.
That's good.
Yeah, grilled cheese sandwich.
Okay.
But he's a good kid.
He's a great kid. I'll say the big story here has been the weather. It's been the weather.
Back to you.
What?
Did your ears? Oh, your ears are unplugged.
Keep
Get them
talking.
back in. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's wonderful weather this weekend.
It's a big story.
We did 2 School of Rock.
Yeah, we did. That's on my agenda.
Tune-up shows, and the weather was beautiful. There was the most middle-class fancy thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and I loved it so much.
Sure.
2 things.
Okay.
Quick 2 things. 5, 7, 25 minutes, and I'll be done.
Okay.
I was sitting at the show,
Okay.
and it was outside. And
This was at the Ice House Project.
Yes, dear friend Levi was
Dear
standing there doing all the work, putting things together, working so hard, and just a random guy was there, not there for the show, was just there at the Ice House. He walked up and goes, "Hey, you lucked out with the weather today."
Yeah.
And Levi goes, Yeah. And he goes, was this always supposed to be outside? And Levi goes, yeah. And the guy goes, well, you lucked out with the weather today. And walked off. Said it twice. Felt the need to say it twice. So then after that interaction, I go inside and I sit down and I'm going to go get a drink. Getting a drink, and there's this fella talking to Jess, dear friend Jess.
Dear friend,
and
hi, Jess.
He's talking to her very passionately about the music going on outside. He's very excited, asking questions about it. She then walks out in the middle of the conversation, and he just picks up right where he left off with me as if I'm her. It just like there's literally, it's like he didn't take a breath. He's talking to the same person.
Yes.
And he just keeps talking. And as a means of getting away from the conversation, I was like, hey man, nice talking to you. Cheers. And I held up my drink, and he got the most serious look on his face I've ever seen. And he goes, to life. And then clinked my glass, and I went, to life. And then I backed out of the room.
Yeah.
I didn't turn my back on this stranger. I backed out.
Yeah.
To life.
That's a profound interaction right
That's
there.
a lot.
I feel like these days,
Go on.
people are looking for that kind of profound connection.
Hey.
Wherever they can find it.
To life.
To life.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To white chocolate cheesecake.
Okay.
And this weather.
But not whiskey.
No. So the big story here is the weather. The second biggest story here, allergies. Killing me.
And the two can go hand in hand.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Killing me. You know, because it's a catch-22. You want to be out. You want to luck out with the weather.
You lucked out with the weather today.
lucked
He said
out.
it aggressively, like if we would, like we really
Right.
planned poorly, we lucked out.
Yeah. Like, next time you better be sure.
What would you have done?
Yeah.
What would you have done if we'd had rainstorms?
Get these kids out here in it? I don't think so.
It's irresponsible. You lucked out with the weather.
You did. Shame on you.
Yeah, that's how it felt.
Just laced with shame.
Meanwhile, I got a guy inside toasting to life.
Yeah.
This guy out here's giving us grief because we rolled the dice on some good weather.
I love it. So, yeah, we've been out a bunch too, at the Ice House for the boys' show,
Sure.
which was amazing.
It was
Yes.
It was rock and roll.
Their group is Arena Rock. Listen, I was so proud of my boys. They crushed it. There were hot air balloons about. We really lucked out with those hot air
We
balloons.
did. Listen, well, no, we called those in.
Okay.
What
All
we
right.
did is we were like, we're putting on a show.
Yeah.
And we're not sure what's going to go on with the weather, but we're sure going to have a hot air balloon.
And we're talking maybe like 30 people tops, maybe some dogs out here. So we're going to spend the money on some hot air balloons.
Yeah, well,
some messaging
you got
in the clouds.
You got to spend money to make money, guys. And sometimes when you're holding a moderately attended rock and roll show for children, you've got to shell out the big bucks for a hot air balloon.
It's true. That's what we did. We really lucked out with it. So the allergies, my eyeballs, I feel like I want to claw them out. Okay. I'm on all the
I feel that way
allergy
about
medicine.
you a lot of the time.
Okay. I'm on all the medicine.
No, like that I want.
No, I get it. You don't need to.
Do you get it?
I get it.
I want to claw your eyeballs out is what I'm saying.
No, I get it. Oh my gosh. It's intense this time.
Kitty likes to scratch. You know, that's what they say about me. Ooh, Kitty likes to scratch.
Okay. So the allergies are tough. My kids are getting nosebleeds.
Really?
Oh my gosh. Nosebleeds. Like the other night, Hope, and it's okay, I have her permission to share this story. She came in our room in the middle of the night and she was like, I think I have a nosebleed. It was like half asleep, half awake.
Yeah.
Flip on the light everywhere.
Just nosebleed everywhere.
Everywhere. And so we go back to her room and she's like, I don't think there's any in my room. I tried to get a Kleenex, but I think there might be some in the bathroom. Immediately gets in bed, falls back to sleep.
Sure.
I wander into the bathroom, flip on the light. Jeff, and I'm just standing there in shock. Jeff comes in right behind me and goes, oh my gosh, it's like a crime scene
It's like
in
the
here.
elevator scene in The Shining.
Oh my gosh.
Just everywhere. Have you considered at all that Hope might be hosting an underground fight club at night? Have you considered at all that Hope might be having friends over and they're just beating the living daylights out of each
Can you
other?
imagine just
Mom.
a bunch of precious little 9-year-olds
Mom, I got a
wrestling?
Mom, I got a nosebleed. I don't know what from where from. It's not because Gwendolyn just absolutely
Gwendolyn.
turned my face into burger.
No. Well, and then apparently Big Brother joined it last night because same thing happened to him.
That's
in the
what I'm
night.
saying. But the deal is you're never going to find out. You know why? Because the first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. And I know that Hope knows that.
Yeah, she does.
So
I don't know how she knows that. She's never seen the film.
she didn't need to. She clearly started one on her own.
It was born of her own imagination.
Life finds a way.
Anyway, so second biggest story is the allergies. The third biggest story is that our sea monkeys are thriving.
Can we just be real honest and bump number 1 to number 2 and 2 to 3 and 3 to 4? Because the biggest story is that your 9-year-old daughter started a fight club.
Love how I just breezed right on past
Yeah,
that.
you just know.
Easy breezy.
Do not bury the lead, because you know what they say in news? If it bleeds, it leads, my babies. And that's what's happening. Hopi.
Third grade fight club.
Third grade fight club. Welcome to
Title
Hope's,
of the podcast.
Welcome to Hope's third grade fight club. You come for the fights and you stay for the bloody noses.
Man. Yeah, that's not the biggest story here today. Did you hear what I said? Our sea monkeys are thriving. Do you know why?
Why?
Because we threw away the food that came with them. I did a little research, okay?
Sure.
I learned that they sometimes eat spirulina.
Oh,
Yeah.
I sometimes eat spirulina.
It's a health food.
And chlorella.
Guess what? It's great for sea monkeys too. They are huge. There are so many of them. I feel like I've stumbled onto a secret here.
Could it be
I'm going to start a brine shrimp farm.
that your lack of understanding of what's really going on has led to you starting a very serious obesity epidemic in the sea population?
No, I'm creating a super breed.
You think that they're 30, flirty, and thriving, but really they're just like brrr, just like logy and just
They
lethargic.
swim so slow.
These sea monkeys are doing great. Meanwhile, they're literally filming the first season of The Biggest Sea Monkey Loser.
My gosh. So those of you with sea monkeys, try it. Get some spirulina.
If you guys want your sea monkeys to be logy and lethargic, feed them spirulina.
Sponsor a spirulina.
Dude, I would
Anyway.
love it if spirulina sponsored us, because I will take a pill that has it in it. Makes me feel great.
Yeah, it's great. It's
Makes
in
me feel-
smoothies.
It's in smoothies.
It has a blue color, right?
It's
Bluish?
the one that I take is like bluish green. It's
Bluish
spirulina and chlorella. They're like both super like greens, and they pack a punch.
Obvious. I'm telling you, what I'm doing over here is revolutionary.
What you're doing is you're doing the equivalent of feeding a mogwai after midnight. You're creating a race of water gremlins that are going to take
climb out in the night.
It's going to be the worst B horror movie you've ever seen. Coming soon to theaters everywhere. You can run, but you can't hide. Sea monkeys.
Fat sea monkeys.
Fat sea monkeys.
Anyway, so yeah, this week has been a lot of the usual, packing lunches, driving people places. Hopi and I went to Target the other day.
I love, just lift the veil on this, because this week is Monday at 10 a.m.
I'm talking about since we've been here last week, okay?
Just get your timeline straight.
Let me tell the story because it might be interesting to
I
you.
can't be your
So
alibi if your story's not straight.
we-
I can't do it. I can't be your alibi for all of the nefarious dealings you get in during the week if you don't have your story straight, okay? Do I need to turn these mics on so that we can sort your alibi? You got bloody-nosed kids. You're
Illegal sea monkey farm.
You're breeding a super race of fat sea monkeys? I don't know what you get into outside of the 1 hour a week we spend together.
This is my time to share, okay? I get into Snapple. That's what I was going to say. Hopi and I went to Target and we got us a Snapple. And I took my first swig of that strawberry kiwi. She got strawberry kiwi. I got peach tea.
It is sure water.
Sugar. It is sugar water.
Well, sugar water. Egger, your skin's hanging off your balls.
Egger.
Egger, he's like I was wearing a suit. Okay,
An Egger suit?
Egger suit. Listen,
That's from Men in Black, guys.
the Will Smith classic,
Yeah.
Men in Black. If you want to get slapped across the face with comedy,
It's the Will Smith classic about saving the world from things. Oh, wait, that's all of
that's
them.
all of the Will Smith classics.
All of the Will Smith classics. If you want to get saved from aliens, you call Will Smith.
That's who you call.
If you want to get saved from asteroids, you call Will Smith.
call Will Smith.
If you want to get saved from crushing depression and poverty, you
You
call Will Smith.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to show you guys the way. You just got to listen.
He really is.
You just got to listen to Big Willie style.
That's right. Got to get jiggy with it.
You know what I used to love to do with a Snapple is when you like snap the lid to
Yep.
where you can make it extra loud, like
Yep.
when you bend it just right, and then you would sit in class and Mrs. Hover would be talking about
Hi,
whatever
Mrs.
book, hi,
Hover.
Miss Hover, whatever book you're supposed to be talking about this week, and you'd be just like,
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
Thanks. You ready? You want to hear it again?
Yeah. Real good.
Yeah, that's a Snapple lid.
Guess what, though? Now the bottles are plastic. You don't get that snap.
Is that true?
Yep. So you don't get the snap.
That's stupid.
I know.
The part of the appeal of a Snapple is the glass bottle. I bet it tastes gross. It's like drinking a Topo Chico out of a plastic.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah. Get out of here with it.
Harumph.
Harumph.
Yes.
I bet you can still buy them in glass bottles someplace, but in the little beverage fridge by the checkout at Target, they're in plastic bottles.
Who is the Snapple lady? What actress played the Snapple lady?
Where is she?
Was it Kathy? It wasn't Kathy Najimy. Who's the Snapple?
Where's
Producer,
she
will you
at?
look up Snapple lady?
Yeah. So we got a Snapple, and it was delightful. The peach tea, I thoroughly enjoyed.
Wendy Kaufman. That was a super fast search.
He's on it today. You're on it today,
dude.
man.
You're on one today.
Your brain isn't addled with allergies, is it?
It's not.
He does have allergies, though. I'll tell you what. I've tried to get that
The
person.
Snapple lady, Wendy Kaufman. What happened to the Snapple lady? Kaufman was let go as the Snapple mascot
no.
when the company was sold to Quaker Oats, but they hired her back as a goodwill ambassador a few years later. She worked for the company until 2008. For more celebrity news sent right to your inbox, sign up for our daily newsletter. No, thank you. No, thank you, but thank you for the Snapple lady update. Fired and rehired as an ambassador, a goodwill
For
ambassador.
Quaker Oats?
Listen,
Sponsor a Snapple.
welcome to the dream job portion of Cold Hands, Warm Hearts, goodwill ambassador to the Quaker Oats Corporation by way of Snapple beverages.
But here's the qualification. You have to cut your hair like the Quaker Oats man. Worth it still?
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Coiffed.
You have to wear
Wendy Kaufman, Brandy Quaffman. Here I am, rocking this Quaker Oats updo, just looking real sharp. Drinking down all these sugary goods.
spreading goodwill.
Spreading goodwill and drinking Snapple. Hey, everybody. Who's ready? Who's ready? Going to just like schools. Who's ready to party? And then out comes the goodwill ambassador for Quaker Oats and Snapple, Brandy Quaffman. And I come out, oh, I love this company. And I'm just shotgunning Snapples.
And you have buckets of oats and you're just throwing it like
And
confetti.
the oats into the crowd. And the reason that they actually changed it to plastic bottles is because I gave several bloody noses just
To third graders?
just hucking glass bottles into the crowd. You got a Snapple. You got a Snapple.
Just oats raining down.
Is that guy okay? Is the Snapple man? Is the Snapple man okay? He ran out of here dressed as a clown.
And I was going to say you would drive a car that was shaped like a Snapple bottle, but no, because you're Quaker Oats. You're driving a horse and buggy.
I'm driving a horse and buggy. We're carbon neutral. These horses, the only emissions are the farts. The rest is carbon neutral.
And you feed them oats the whole way.
Yeah.
They drink Snapple, and you can only
Dude,
visit
can we-
3 schools because of the time it takes to make it to each.
Can we talk about the most carbon neutral operation of all time? Oats go in, one out end. Create the energy to pull my horse and buggy onto stage at your local elementary school. We're not using plastic bottles. We're using glass, and they're totally recycled. Oats on oats on oats. Let me get a Snapple. Hey, Sanger Ridge Elementary. Who's ready to rock? Snapple. Man,
It's a weird thing.
how on earth do we make this happen? Because I'd give it all up. Give it all up
Give
today
it all up.
to
And
tour
by
the,
all, I mean this podcast.
to tour this country as a goodwill ambassador for Snapple by way of Quaker Oats. Move over, Wendy Kaufman. Move over, Wendy Kaufman.
Brandon Quaffman is here
Brandy Kaufman
to save the day.
to save the day.
So another thing that we did this week is Thursday evening we had the spring choir concert
Oh,
for our
okay.
oldest.
Go ahead.
You were in choir.
Yes.
You had some solos.
I did.
Sure did.
I did.
So it was the 5th grade choirs through the 8th grade choirs.
Okay.
And it was quite the thing.
Yeah.
We were all packed in there to a middle school gymnasium. No smell.
No Snapple
No
to be seen.
no Snapple
no oats anywhere.
But no smell like a middle school gymnasium. We discussed this.
Yeah.
Even in the evening, when there has been time for those wooden planks to breathe
Yeah.
since the end of the school day, it doesn't matter.
It was still stinking in there?
Oh my gosh, it is singular.
Yeah, it's a very specific smell.
Soak soon.
And I don't care for it.
No.
If you, listen,
All the shellac in the world can't keep that out.
can I rank my favorite smells until I get to that one?
Sure.
We're
be here a
We're
while.
going to be here for a while.
But I would say that.
New shoes,
Okay.
gasoline,
He's doing it, guys.
caramel,
Gasoline's number 2.
leather,
Oh, yes.
old leather,
Whiskey.
whiskey soaked in leather.
Okay.
You know what?
Whiskey soaked in leather.
You know what? Oats.
Oh.
Oats soaked in Snapple.
Oats don't have smell.
Horse emissions. And then way down the list. Way down the list, right below myself. A middle school gymnasium.
Gymnasio. Oh man. But I would say, I mean, definitely watching my son sing was really lovely. He took it so seriously.
Did he have a solo, or was he just part of the collective?
He was the collective.
Love it.
Loved it. And they're, in 8th grade, they're doing more complicated harmonies and they're singing, their vocal parts. It's really lovely to see. So I loved that. But the other highlight for me was when
I love a middle school or a junior high choir teacher when I'm up here, I need you down here, and
Mama made me mash my M&Ms.
they all got really good at just that one scale on the piano. Bum, bum.
Yes.
Mama made me mash my M&Ms.
Totally. So the 5th grade choir sang. It was one of the songs.
Hootie songs. That's what
Hootie
what was his name? Boys choir?
Your choir director for boys choir.
Oh, goodness. We're going to get corrected on this. Just someone
You'll think
find
of it, yeah.
Ward? Dr. Ward.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dangerous territory because I know he listens.
Yeah. Hi, Dr. Ward.
He critiques the way my voice sounds every week.
Totally.
You sound like trash. You're not warming up.
Here's some warm-ups to do each time. I do them, Dr. Ward, but whatever. Anyway, so it was the song from Sing 2, and they all had like little finger lasers. So the big reveal during the chorus of that song, each time they would bring out their finger lasers of all different colors and do all kinds of arm motions.
That's kind of fun.
I text my friend Julie.
It's like a Coldplay concert in here.
It really was.
Yeah.
I text my friend Julie because her daughter was in there. Hi, Julie. And I said, the Husky Pups have lasers?
Yeah. Can we talk about, I rarely read ahead in the agenda, but when I saw that, I was a little confused.
It's their school mascot.
As to why it literally just in the agenda, it just says, Husky Pups have lasers, exclamation point.
I know.
Husky Pups have laser, but you know where it's nowhere to be seen in this agenda?
What?
Hopi started a fight club. That's nowhere in here.
Because you don't talk about it. You don't put it on paper.
It's true.
And you've put it on the airwaves.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
let's see what happens to my kid. Anyway, and then Saturday we had the tune-up show for School of Rock. It was wonderful. But Saturday night, Brandon, something very special. And you know what I'm about to say. Jeff took Hopi to her first daddy-daughter dance.
Yeah.
Didn't she look beautiful?
Yeah, you couldn't even tell that she'd just been in a fist fight.
No.
Not even one.
I did a really good makeup job.
Listen, I watched all the YouTube tutorials on how to clean up a 9-year-old's Fight Club face.
Stop it.
No, she was the weirdest thing ever is to see Hope look like an actual older person.
I know.
Because to me, Hope is still like 3.
Forever.
But no, she was all gussied up,
Gussied up.
ready to go out, paint the town red. She had on her like heels ish, like they're like
Some little heels.
Little heels.
She did.
I'll tell you one thing about Hope that I think is the coolest is that she accessorizes with her glasses.
Yeah.
Like color wise.
Yeah.
I always see them and I was like, you know what? You could have just gone regular old glasses, but no, that ain't it. That ain't it for Hope. She goes,
face jewelry.
dude, that's it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Do you
Makes
know-
me wish that I had glasses so that I could accessorize my face and make it more interesting.
Yeah.
It's not interesting.
Yeah.
You just agreed with that so fast. This is the person who came in today first thing and goes, "You feeling okay?"
Because your nose was running.
Because your nose is big. You feeling okay?
Stop.
Hey, hun, you feeling okay?
Quit it.
My face isn't interesting. Yeah.
Stop.
That's how that went.
I was agreeing with you because
Yeah, you know what else isn't interesting?
Okay.
You.
Anyway, it was a magical evening. It was a magical evening. We got the most precious pictures of them, and it reminded me of a dance that I went to with Harry B when I was about her age. And we did you know how I love a photo side by side.
Yeah.
Did a side by side, and I thought, oh,
I haven't seen the side by side.
Okay.
Can I tell you? I cannot wait to see it because I don't know if it's just the times or what, but I can only imagine that you look way gawkier and weirder because Hope actually looked like cool and fresh.
she looked beautiful.
I would have seen Hope and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
like, I bet she does some catalog work. Check her out. I bet she's in the back to school issue.
Look at the way she accessorizes her face.
Look at her walk is down. She might be runway. She's got it all. She's working those heels.
Meanwhile,
You're
this one with my sailor collar.
here you are.
Hey, shut it. It was the times.
That's what
was the
I
fashion.
I pointed out that I was like, man, Hope looks really cool and hip. I'm not sure you would have looked this cool and hip. And then that was what Jess said. She was like, it was the time. So she came to your
Thanks,
rescue.
Jess. It's true.
Can I tell you something that's not on the agenda, but I read this morning, which honestly would be duking it out, no pun intended, pun totally intended, for top spot with Hope's Fight Club.
What?
I read an article this morning. Now, I'm going to need to see if this was clickbait trolling or if it's real.
Okay.
But
let's talk about it online first.
It's what we do.
It's true. Go ahead.
Tom Brady
Okay.
retired once, came
did.
back, had a tumultuous year with Giselle Bundchen.
Yes.
Bundchen?
Yes.
Giselle Bundchen. And she
That's it.
and he have parted ways. Seemingly somewhat amicably. I don't know. Maybe
It's
they're
still
just
very sad.
And I saw an article pop up this morning that said, NFL reacts to Tom Brady news. And I thought, oh no. Is Tom Brady unretiring again?
Oh.
And the article said, Tom Brady has shocked the NFL world with the news that he is postponing his Fox Sports contract to pursue stand-up comedy.
Stop
I'm not
it.
joking.
Stop.
That's what the article said.
Clickbait. It has to be.
I'm going to it right now.
Is he funny?
No.
I don't know.
There's nothing funny. If the only funny thing Tom Brady has ever done is the decision to pursue stand-up comedy.
I sent you a thing. It was like a meme where he was dressed like a character from Roger Rabbit.
Okay. Yes.
Like
yes.
a detective from Toontown. And he had on it was like a zoot suit.
Well,
What you doing, Tom?
Well, he's a riot.
He's out here confusing people.
That's what he's trying to do. He's going
He's
on
a
stage in a
riot.
zoot suit, so people are like, that guy's a riot.
He doesn't have to say anything.
Okay.
That's comedy.
Producer just sent CBS Boston.
Stop it.
CBS.
No.
Tom Brady
Had you heard that?
is
producer?
considering
That's crazy.
career in stand-up comedy. And the first line in it is, today in the land of bad ideas, Tom Brady is considering a new career in comedy. Holy moly.
I'm very curious about. Well, do you know
He
what
was just
I
in a
hope?
movie called 80 for Brady. And it says, according to the report, Brady's ego inflated when he performed so well in 80 for Brady, and it left him feeling like an all-pro comic. Take my money. Where do I buy tickets to Tom Brady's first turn on stage?
I bet it'll be here in OKC.
I just
I'll
flew
go
in
with
from
you.
Tampa, and boy, are my arms tired. Take my wife, please. Oh, wait a minute.
Brandon.
Someone else in a tweet that I saw, it said Elon Musk now has competition in the most divorced idea of all time.
Oh man.
What a weird midlife crisis thing to be doing. I don't know. I started a podcast with my sister.
That's right. That's pretty wild. I don't know. Do you know what I'm hoping happens? I hope that he will.
He crushes it.
Yeah.
He becomes the greatest comic of all time.
All time.
What happened here?
Would we not all just be flummoxed?
At this point, the man's so full of surprises that I'm not sure
I kind of like it.
I'm not sure he couldn't do it.
He's out here keeping people on their toes.
But when you hear him in an interview, he's just very robotic.
Yeah, that's it. I hope he crushes it.
I do
I would go. I would go with you. Speaking of football, yesterday afternoon, we went out to the high school practice field and played a little football as a family.
Oh, yeah?
And we took our neighbor Mason, so we played a little 3-on-3. And what was awesome is this kid came up. He was with his mom walking their dog. I think his name was Cole or Colton, Colt. I don't know.
Yep.
He was a very sweet kiddo. And he walked up and he was like, "Can I play?" And I was like, "Sure, you can take my place. I'll stand over here." And so he took my place. And on the way home, Mason, who's a good friend of our family, was like, "Man, I'm really glad that guy Colt came in. He really saved us." Yeah. And I said, "I'm right here, Mason."
Well, but here's the thing.
But he wasn't wrong, okay?
No, I've seen you do
really good at football.
I've seen you do sports. Guys, one time, one of my favorite things I've ever seen was Ashley
Here
Engle,
we go.
Birdwell at the time.
Okay.
A child. Harry Birdwell had her out in the cul-de-sac trying everything in his power to get her to just hit a softball. He's underhanding him.
That's because that's what you do in softball.
And he's standing
Ding
right.
dong.
You know, you can always tell when a person has little to no faith in the person's ability to hit the ball because they stand front and center when they toss it to them. They're not worried about it coming back. They're just, "Oh God, let's just do the dad thing."
Stop it. I got most improved player.
He said that's
every year.
And that right there.
I played right field and I got most improved player
It is
every year.
That is the miscongeniality of childhood sports. Congratulations. Thanks for showing up. She's real pretty in the face.
She's real pretty.
She's
but
real
not
pretty.
After this.
But here's what happened. Harry Birdwell standing front and center, just heaving a sigh. Just, "I gotta go do the dad thing and toss the softball."
He didn't. He believed in me.
Gotta go toss the softball to my scarecrow of a daughter. And she's out here.
It's true, guys. It's fine.
And he tosses the ball.
Oh, man.
Right in her kitchen, right in the wheelhouse, right ready for her to hit. And she does the impossible.
Yeah.
She hits a foul ball right into her own face.
It fell tipped off the bat.
She defied physics and somehow got the ball to shoot right at her face. One person in history has done this.
It's me.
And it's my co-host and sister. Really took one right in the chops.
Listen, guys. And Mom had defrosted the freezer that day. No ice to be had. I broke my nose.
Nary a cheesecake to be found in the freezer.
Nary a cheesecake, nor an ice cube.
No.
So I remember she gave me a bag of frozen peas.
Sure.
And we had a game that night.
Sure.
So I come up to the field, frozen peas
on face.
And it was very hot.
Yeah.
Melted
piece. So now you got a mush on your face.
Just mush. And my friend Elizabeth, hi Elizabeth, her father was there. He is an OBGYN. And Crindy was like, "Tom, take a look at this." And he was like, "Well,
this is a face.
Not used to this is what I'm not used to this."
You know this is a face, right?
Right. And he was like, "Yeah, that's probably broken," and it was.
You know what's awesome?
So there's that
In
story.
the world of full circle, I love that your daughter's getting nosebleeds for awesome stuff like fight clubs. You're hitting softballs into your own face. Self-inflicted friendly fire.
Anyway, that was my last season.
And you know what? On the way out the door, they gave you, here's most improved player.
And also 2 shiners.
Congratulations.
Enjoy.
Congratulations. You're Mason's problem now.
Oh my gosh. All right. How is your algorithm?
Music's playing right now.
Yeah, it is.
It's playing. It's all right. I am being visited regularly. I love how upsetting it was to you when I sent you that guy eating the spicy.
Don't ever again. Ever.
It's awful.
I hate it.
Isn't it awful? Even the way it's edited is awful.
Okay, so guys, Brandon talked about this several weeks ago.
Your response was, he's going to really hurt himself.
He is. I'm literally watching the boy's stomach lining being eaten away.
It's something else. Like, because he doubles down on it. It's like he starts out with like a spicy, like Takis, or like, no, he starts out with peppers,
Yeah.
and he bites the ends off and then stuffs them with these crazy spicy Takis, then puts Taki powder on them, then dumps the crazy hottest hot sauce ever. And it's like this super cut of him eating all of these things. And then he chugs that whole bottle of hot sauce. Oof. It's real gross.
Like he's really destroying his stomach.
Yeah.
So thanks for that, is what I'm saying.
He's crept into my, but the problem is I will watch 50 of them in a row. And they're all the same, but I keep being like, is he going to do it this time? Is he going to get it? And he does every time.
He's never going to post a video of himself not being able to take it. Ever.
That's true.
That's his whole thing.
That's the internet.
It's not reality. Okay.
Anyway, so that's crept into my algorithm, and it's a pretty regular occurrence right now.
I'm waiting for both of us to get more capybaras because our friend Alex sent us that weird watermelon one where they slice it open and there's a capybara in the capybara song.
Yeah, yup.
Just swimming in the swamp or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Capybara swimming in the swamp.
That's coming. I've also got a bunch of red pandas. That's my latest.
Okay.
I like a red panda.
You got a lot of
critters.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say varmints, but I feel like critters is nicer.
Because
I'm not Yosemite Sam. I'm calling people varmints. You know what I love is I love a mud flap on a truck with Yosemite Sam on it, and he's pointing his guns at you and he says, "Stay back.
Back off.
Back off."
Yeah. That or the Tasmanian devil. You'll see him as well.
Occasionally he pops up. But that's just for the truck drivers who's a little cheeky.
A little cheeky.
Just being a little cheeky.
I prefer that over the reclining lady. I'll tell you that much now.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that.
Get out of here with your reclining lady mud flaps, fellas.
Yeah. I don't
keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself.
Not here for that. So I'm super excited because we have not had this in several weeks. Accidental texts. We've gotten a couple good ones this week. This one came in. For those of you who don't know, we love it when you send us texts that you receive accidentally. They're so funny to us.
It's right there in the name.
Right there in the name. So this week we got one from our buddy Austin. Hi, Austin.
Hey,
who
Austin.
listens on his commute to work.
Mm-hmm.
So here it is. Just receives this out of the blue on a Friday afternoon. Hello, my friend Royce.
Yep.
I heard you were hospitalized. How did that happen to you?
Yeah. Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Foul tip. Foul tip to the face.
Softball injury.
Hey, my friend Royce, I heard you went to go see your OBGYN for your face injury. How you doing?
How you doing,
I love
buddy?
that it opens, even if it's like, obviously it's a spam.
Totally.
But like,
A
if you're
fisher.
trying to do that, like I would never text you and go, "Hello, my sister Ashley.
I know.
I heard that, ...
You were hospitalized. How did that happen to you? I mean, there are so many directions we could go with this.
This a million.
A million
A
and one.
million different directions.
But I prefer the ones that we already have. Fight Club and
Foul
face.
tip to the face. Either way.
Either way.
Either way, I'm good with it.
Then we get another one from our friend Emily. Emily F, not to be confused with Emily W.
Yes.
So many Emilys out here.
Guys, I don't want to brag.
We have two Emilys.
We have three because one of them is in Paris. Levi, dear friend Levi, I talked to the other
Emily
day.
en
And
Paris.
Levi has gotten all caught up on the pod.
Oh, hi, Levi.
And he said,
Thank
he was
you.
like, he goes, "Hey." And he was very matter of fact. He's like, always bugs me when you guys talk about that show on the pod. Because it's not Emily in Paris. It's Emily in Paris.
Yeah,
and
he's
you
right.
You guys sound like a couple of rube redneck hayseeds.
Rubes out
He
here.
didn't say that. I'm editorializing that, but he thought it.
He thought it for sure.
Just saying. Make sure
Yeah.
that you pronounce it correctly.
Yeah.
Lest Levi judge you.
Emily en Paris.
Bagu.
Levi actually said another funny thing the other day. I meant to bring this up during talk of the daddy-daughter dance.
Levi says funny things all the time.
All the time.
He's a funny guy.
He's a hoot and a holler.
He's a riot.
I was showing people pictures of Hopi in her dress, and I said, Jeff isn't here right now because he's taking her to dinner, and they're all dressed up. And Levi goes, I want to be Jeff's daughter. And I said, well, that position has already been filled.
Well,
I'm sorry.
you can fight her for it,
That's
but she's been practicing.
Beware.
Beware. She's got a wicked uppercut.
Yeah, she does. Oh, so not like her at all. Okay, so this is from Emily F. Olivia, do you want to take violin lessons tomorrow? And then Emily says, I think you have the wrong number. And this person says, I'm Evelyn. Didn't you save my number? So accusatory. My name is Emily and I don't play the violin. Sorry.
That's why, yeah, but that's why you need lessons.
That's why you need lessons.
Emily,
Olivia.
learn your place.
And then, sorry, I saved the wrong number. Hope you don't mind. Have a nice day. We got
tequila. You're never going to get there, Emily, not without lessons. Who do you think you are? I'm Emily, and I don't need your stupid lessons.
That's right, Evelyn.
Evelyn,
Don't come at me with that.
don't come at me with some Evelyn energy.
Anyway,
Evelyn.
speaking of Evelyn, in honor of Crindy's birthday today, we are going to be releasing limited edition Crindy's Picklin t-shirts on our bonfire site.
And guys, please buy them because Crindy's got expensive taste, and we've been buying her all sorts of stuff.
For her birthday. We've been buying her the finest whiskey.
Top of the line, top shelf. Top shelf for Crindy.
So this t-shirt is a beautiful design. I think you're really going to like this one. We'll release it on our socials and link it up. Beautiful design by our field producer out in NOLA, Jonathan.
We're all over the place.
We are all over the place. NOLA, right?
Do you think that people from in and around there think it's stupid when
That
people from
say
out of there call it NOLA? It's like when you go to San Francisco and call it Frisco, and they're like, ugh, tourist. That's my San Francisco person.
That was really good.
Oh, tourist.
It's like when we go to New York. We're here in the Big Apple.
The Big Apple.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. The Big Snapple.
Out here in Quaker country.
Quakertown.
So yeah, stay tuned for those shirts. They're great, guys. Again, we have a bonfire shop. We make no money off of these. We just think it's fun.
We make no money off of anything.
Off of anything. Sponsor is Quaker Oats.
It's a losing game, this podcast, I find.
So we are in ongoing conversations with our French correspondent and field producer, Katie, about taking the show to YouTube.
Taking it.
We feel like that's our next step.
To the moon.
And if we talk about it enough,
it
might happen.
It's all about painting ourselves into a corner that we can't get out of.
Exactly.
It's like, well, I guess we got to do this now. Right. And that's how this podcast happened in the first place.
It really is.
And here we are stuck 39 weeks later.
And you guys demand an episode weekly.
A full baby's worth later. How many weeks is that?
Oh my gosh, yeah. We would be almost full term.
We're a full term baby of a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get ready.
Get ready for the birth of YouTube.
You guys are going to hate us when we hit our terrible twos. We suck already.
So Katie is always asking us about our fashion. She says, it's understandable.
Well, yeah. I mean, we do catalog work.
She says, I have trouble picturing what you're wearing when you're talking about your muted, color palette or whatever. I just wish I could see it. And I said, Katie, you're going to be sorely disappointed.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Big time.
That's a super understatement.
And she said, you know what? Stay in your sweaty sweatpants and take it to the tube.
I took that advice. That's what I'm doing right now. I got to tell you this right now. I had to put boxers on underneath these pants this morning because there are enough runs in these that you could see my buns in these if I didn't put on boxers.
Might be time for some new pants, honey.
Might be time for some new pants, honey. Is a real good title.
It took us all the way to the end to get it. Anyway.
And we're spiraling.
We're spiraling.
God, in a Snapple.
What you watching, reading, or listening to?
I have beef with this segment.
Okay.
I watched the Murdaugh Murders.
Oh, Mada.
Sorely disappointed in it.
Really?
Too much time spent on stuff that's not the stuff.
Okay.
It's like they were setting it up for more stuff.
Okay.
And I'm sure they were.
Okay.
But I've got beef.
Okay.
And I know what happened I know what happened in the trial.
Yeah.
I know all of that, but they didn't cover any of that. It's all about the stuff that led up to it. I don't know. And I feel like a lot of stuff was left out.
Oh.
When he was sentenced for what he was sentenced for, spoiler alert, guys.
Yeah. Sorry.
Murder.
Yeah.
It's right there in the
title.
title.
There in the name.
He didn't even bother to dress up like a clown before he did it. But guys,
wow.
He was currently being held in prison when he was sentenced for over 100 other crimes. And we kind of, I just feel.
They were financial in nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's murder. But I feel like we focused more on a lot of the other stuff and the kids and all the things, which I get. You got to lay the groundwork, right, my babies? But there should have been a 4th episode that actually covered the trial and all of that stuff.
I bet there will be.
I'm sure. But don't dangle that carrot in front of me. Don't dangle that carrot in front of me, Netflix. Netflix. Whenever Ben was a baby, he'd always call it Netflix.
Yeah.
You watch Netflix? Oh. And I would say say it right.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Yeah.
Hope's already got a fight club going. You can't pronounce Netflix?
You didn't do that.
I didn't.
It's cute, and we encourage him to say it.
What about you? What are you watching or listening to?
We've been watching, we got sucked into The Last of Us. And I'll tell you what, guys, episode 3 of that show, I can't stop thinking about it.
Okay.
It was profound.
Okay.
Nick Offerman makes an appearance in that one.
Yeah.
Just that one.
Okay.
Woof.
Okay.
Gut punch.
I feel like I'm in Fight
Club. Anyway, that's what we've been doing. Also been reading a lot about Gen Z and technology for a lesson that I'm doing with our youth group.
Cool.
Guess what, guys? The news isn't great about technology and Gen Z.
Spoiler alert.
A spoiler alert. It's not great for any of us, actually. On that note, what's your warm heart?
Oh, yeah. Awesome. My warm heart was getting to see the impact of the School of Rock this weekend on the community, because we're in some transitional phases with stuff like that. But we got to kind of have a last hurrah, and we had a staff party with our staff and all that. It was a bittersweet but fun weekend. So there's mine.
It's been a great ride. I wanted to say that my warm heart is that a dear friend got me flowers this week, and it just made my day, warmed my heart right up.
Those are gonna die. Hey guys, thanks for listening to Cold Hands Warm Hearts. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Happy birthday, Crindy.
Happy birthday, Crindy. We love you. Bye.